Hi there, Delroy the Spark here again. We're drilling now to drill the box down low, and that's what we found. That was taped up and plastered into the wall. And look, that's another joint just up in the ceiling. Joint after joint. This cable may be redundant. That's what we saw when Marley took it off. Let's see what we've got here. The person who done this is not an electrician. He's not a qualified electrician, no way. Things didn't work out the way I thought they would today. Oh my days, it's a joke. All that junction, oh my days, look at that. There's more than I expected. So you said an electrician done this a year ago. None of the earths are connected. That's what I'm saying, this geezer's no electrician. I think this is possibly the worst installation I've come across in all the years I've been doing this. This is not good. Hello there, Delroy the Spark from Eastway Electrical here. And the trailer you just saw is part of a video from a job that I carried out earlier in the year. I went there first of all to do some fault finding, but then it turned into an EICR, some remedial work, and then a complete rewire, because it was one of the worst installations I come across. The full length feature will be screened at an in-person live event on the 14th of November at a cinema in Canary Wharf. There'll also be a bio documenting my time in the industry, how I got into the trade and stuff like that. I'm going to go around and visit some of the sites that I worked on in the 70s and 80s. Tickets will be released 7 p.m. Sunday the 12th of September 2021 and will be available via link in my bio on Instagram and a post in the description box of future YouTube videos and the community tab post on YouTube. Hopefully you can come along. Be nice to meet you in person and all that, so great, hope to see you soon. These are our cable, and look how they brought them just across this fuse. But I mean, why didn't they just go above the ceiling? Because look, it's coming down there. My only problem is on the floor heating control that I had to refix. It's not working, and the customer said it was working before. I'm almost finished my check-in. Right, so now I was checking the bathroom lights, and that's what I found. I think that's a code 2. It should be in a junction box of sorts. You can't just have connectors like that pushed up in the ceiling. I was just checking this light. It's on the stairwell.
I just think it's horrible. So yeah.
It's not a real problem. I was just going to show you. See how they use, that's what they used to hang the ceiling. It's a load of cable wrapped around it. That earth's not connected, but there's no connection for it. It's all in this thing here, so I suppose that's all good. Right, the fuse board, you've got one earth, and I tested to the 110mm earth, and I tested to the gas, I got 0.06. So now I'm right at the top of the house now, because that's the only way I can see any pipes, only place. So, I don't know which, I'm thinking this one here is the code, probably. Right, to that pipe, I've got 0.03, to the other one, which I think is the coal, but 0.03. So although I can't see the connection, I'm getting continuity. So that's all good. That's where they've put the cooker switch under the sink, and here's the cooker. Now, at the fuse board, you've got a 6mm cable on the 40 amp fuse. Should actually really be 32, to be honest. But then again, you see, these are only probably 1.5 flex, or maybe even 0.75 flex. So really, this should be a couple of sockets to plug it in. Or you've got to reduce the fuse to at least 16 amp. And plus, look, whoever connected it couldn't even bother to put the cables in properly. Yeah, really, you should have 2 sockets there, plug them in there, and protected by 13 amp fuse. That'd be the best way. Quite a few of these neutrals, they're not connected properly, because look, you see this one, that one there, which I've got switched off. There it is there, it's connected in
with that one. It should be on its own. For some reason, they've left all these neutrals undone. Just use these. Because I'm sure you could put some of these on that side, I'm sure of it. But they just double them up together. That's not right, but I'll deal with it. Right, almost done here. Problem is, like I said, the fault, you've got a load of holes, big holes in the top. For holes in top of fuse board, I think that's a code 2. This is the intercom transformer, but that's 240 volts there. Shouldn't be open like that. And you've got this cores showing as well. Do these come in a case? I don't think so. Because you've got all this thing here to let air in to cool it down, I think that is for, isn't it? Fuse board is fine, it's plastic, but that doesn't really matter. It's just the fact of the holes in the top. What I've been able to do before is seal all the holes properly, and the cables coming through just sealed right, but I don't think I'll be able to do this here. And even if you fit a new fuse board, what are you going to do with the cables? Look how they come. You ain't got much room in this cupboard to play with. So, because how would you bring them down to bring them into the bottom if you do fit a new fuse board? Oh boy, I have to contemplate that. Hello there, Delroy the Spark here again. I'm back on this job where I done at EICR the other day. I've come back to do some remedial work. I think I'm going to attempt to change the fuse board, but I see a bit of a problem there, which I'll talk about later on. There's a few sockets that I got some dodgy readings on, so I'm going to change. I think it's about 4 of them. Some back boxes that needs doing. And the smoke detectors, it add on it change in 2018. Because I think this place, it's quite new. It's a new conversion. I think it was done in 2008. So it's past its sell-by date, so the client said, yeah, to change them. I think I counted 4, but I think there's 5 of them. So just going to get on with that and see how it goes. And you can follow me on the way. Yeah, the first thing I'm going to do is change this, put that in a chock box. Okay, probably change the connectors. It's obviously low voltage. Yeah, so I'm going to get on with that. Yeah, I just spotted this. I didn't spot it the last time. See that? They've just put mastic in there to cover up the hole. I suppose that's okay, but I'm going to put a proper flex outlet plate. Probably get one of the MK ones so you can put it from underneath. Make a better job than that. This back box is a plasterboard box. That's gone, so I'm going to have to change that. Also this one here. That one needs changing as well. Those are the 2 boxes. This one, the lug was gone, the screw was stuck in there, must cross-threaded or something. And this one, the thread part was missing, so they used that wood screw to fasten the socket. So that's why they had to be redone. Yeah, see, done the same thing here. It's got a hole in it, but they filled it up with mastic. I'll see if I can get a better one and just connect it properly. Anyway, I've got to change the box anyway. Something's wrong with one of these lugs here. So, got to change that anyway. That's a bad connection. Look at that, all that cable showing. Push the cables in properly and connect them. And then I was trying to pull that down. This just pulled out. Yeah, that's the part that connects to the smoke detector. It just pulled out. So obviously not connected properly. Loose connections are not good, as you guys know. So hopefully I can put my one up there and do a better connection than that. Right, this spur is off at the minute, but when it's on, that neon light stays on whether the switch is on or off. That's usually wrong connection, isn't it? But also there's a damaged cable here. Let's see. For the on the floor heating.
See that one there? That's the load, allegedly. That's supposed to be the load. I'm not sure that is the load as it happens. I think that's maybe the mains. There's a bit of damage here. See that? It's all black. That brown cable's all black and you can see it's brittle. So it's probably some sort of loose connection was happening there. So I'll see what I can do. So they've got that as the feed. I'm not sure that it is the feed. I'll find out though. That was the one connected as the load. That was the feed. I thought it was damaged or something. I think they probably put that yellow on there to mark it. So to differentiate it. Yeah, it's all damaged. That was connected as the feed. That was connected as the load. I've got a feeling that's the wrong way around. I'll find out though. I'm going to switch it back on, see what happens. Just as I thought, this was connected as the load. But there you go, it's the feed. That was connected as the feed instead. That's why when I switched it on or off, the neon stayed on. Because it was constantly feeding on the load. So I'm going to switch that back off and fit a new spur connected properly. That there's broken, but it's not a problem. No live parts are exposed. It's up to the guy if he wants to renew it because it's damaged. Check this, make sure you got the right one. Don't want to be getting a shock. When everybody goes. Load neutral. Okay. Yeah. Oh no. Yeah, so the thread inside the lug, this lug was missing, so I was gonna take the old box out and put a new one in. But as you can see, it's all plastered over the box. That would have been a bit of a task, but then I had a brainwave. This box was dodgy, but one of the lugs was good, so I just took it out and put it in there. Well, I disconnected it, preparing to take the box out, but then I had that little brainwave, so it's worked out okay. See, that's the trouble, because with these ones, they don't stay forward, you know? When you try and put the screw in, it moves back. And then what you end up having to do is use a long screw just to get it in. Right, okay, that one's bitten. Let's see if we can get this one to bite. What I may have to do is use a long screw to pull it forward. And it needs changing. See, that's come out. I still have to change the box. Oh no, it wasn't caught, that's why. One more thing, or else I'll change the box. There's the lag, it's got no metal part in it, no screw part in it. Like that one, see the brass screw bit? Yeah, see that? It fell out, it's around here somewhere. When I took off this thing, I see it in the back of the box, so I'm gonna have to change the box, put another box in. Right, so I had to change the box, put a nice new box in. That should be no problem to fix now. Beautiful. Yep, so that's the retractive switch. That's it. It's supposed to open up that skylight up there. So right, there's the connection for the oven and the hob. It's a gas hob, so the electric's only for the ignition. That cable there is too small. That should be plugged in with a 13 amp fuse, or even a 5 amp fuse actually. The oven is 3 kilowatt, so that can be connected directly in there, but should be on a 16 amp, not a 32 amp. Because if you go 230 into 1000, that's just over 13 amp. So that's why I don't want to plug it in. So what I'll do, I'll connect that one in properly, because look, I've got all the cords showing. So I'll connect that in properly, put a socket next to it to plug the ignition in and change the fuse to a 16 amp. And then if they change it to a more powerful oven, then they'll have to change it to a 32 amp. Because I think the cable is just 6 mil at the fuse board. So that's what I'm going to do. I think. Yeah, I had to leave that as it is because I've got a flex outlet plate where you can put the flex through here, but they've left it too short. If I was connecting this, I'd have a nice loop come up and then in. Yes, I've had to leave it like that. Right, so as you saw, I changed this box to get it fitted properly, but I'm having trouble fitting the cover because obviously those pins that you can see, they've got to be pushed into there. And I can't get it in properly. I'm going to leave it till last and try it. Got up all my smoke detectors. There's one that I missed that was here, so I had to go away and get one for there. So all I've got to do is test it with the smoke and test it with the heat, which I'll do another time. So that's the connection there. See, it's not connected that well. This shouldn't be sticking out. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to connect this into there permanently, but before that I'm going to cut a box in over here, put a socket for this so this can be plugged in. So I'm going to put this in direct. I'm not going to put it on a plug. Like I said, I'm going to have to put a 16 amp fuse in. I can't leave the 32 amp in. So that's what I'm going to do. Right, so that's what I've done. I was going to put a plug there, but when I measured the oven from here to here, it was a bit tight, and I've come across where the oven's been pushed right up against the socket and it's melted and caused a problem. So I was thinking of moving it up higher, so you could, I think, that little slant there, but I just thought it was easier just to hit there and put a spur in. So I put a spur in there, and with a 5 amp fuse, because that cable there is only 0.75. It's only for the ignition, that's all, just like a boiler. As a matter of fact, I think that could even be a 3 amp. Anyway, yeah, 5 amp fuse, and then that's connected straight on. I'll change the fuse downstairs to a 16 amp. Right, I'm going to test the smoke detector now, just with the press button. They should all go off. Right, so now I'm going to try it with this thing. I've had this for years. I think I used it a couple of times. I haven't used it for ages. Yep, there you go, there you go. Right, so yeah, I've got everything done. The sockets that were giving me a bit of a problem, I just went around and tightened them all up. I tried to change one, because these flat profile ones, I couldn't get it flat against the wall. The sockets wouldn't fit in properly. I could screw it back, but it wouldn't go right back flat. So I decided, well, I went around and tightened all of them, and that seemed to do the trick. As you see, I tested the smoke detectors with the can of smoke. So now I'm going to try and do it with my heat gun to see if the heat one will go off. There we go. I've done this before, but I don't want to bring it too close. Yep, can hear them downstairs. So that's all good. They're all working. Now it's the fuse board. Right, that's all done. So now it's just a matter of doing the fuse board, but I've got a bit of a problem there, I think. Let's see if I can show you. Right. That's the fuse board there. Look at this. Yeah. This door. It's the wall. When I was trying to get this screw out, I couldn't get the screwdriver in properly to screw it out because it keeps hitting along here, so you'd have to take the door off or something. As you can see, there isn't a lot of room to work with. These are our cable, and look how they brought them just across this fuse. What I mean, why didn't they just go above the ceiling? Because look, it's coming down there. I don't know what I'm going to do there because there isn't a lot of slack on these cables. I don't know if there's any up there to pull down so you can bring it across and into the back. What I was going to do, I was going to put a mounting board and mount this on it to bring the cables in the back of the fuse board. But this door, when you shut it, if I bring the fuse board forward, there isn't a lot of room. You won't be able to shut it. So I've asked the guy what he wants me to do, because the way I see it, I'm either going to have to cut that ceiling and get these cables above and join or whatever, or knock out this side part, bring the fuse board over a bit so you can put a box here to join the cables in. I don't know. Once I get the fuse board off, then I'll know better. I want to see what damage I can do. Can I cut the ceiling? I'm more leaving it all up to him. If he says, yeah, go ahead, cut the ceiling or knock that out, then I'll do it. So hopefully I'll let you know later on. Right, there's your main earth, yeah. What they've done, they've took the earth, one off there into here, one off there into here, which isn't that good actually, because when you come here and you're doing testing, you have to disconnect it. So for a split second or whatever, you're disconnecting both the earths. But how do you know that the other flat, everything is kosher, everything's earthed properly? You disconnect that earth, somebody could get a shock, worst case scenario. So when I do it, I'm going to put an earth block up so that next person comes along, they don't have to fiddle with that. They just take the earth out of the earth block. Anyway, cool, get on with it. So I'm finished here for now. He's going to get back to me. He's got to speak to his neighbours about altering that cupboard and all that sort of stuff. One way or other, that fuse board's got to change because the cover isn't even on properly. So see what he says, see how it works out. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Hi there, Delroy the Spark here again. Today I'm back at that place where I've done the EICR and I done the remedial work, change of smoke detectors and all that sort of stuff. But now I'm back to tackle the fuse board. Don't know how it's going to go. It looks tricky, but you never know. Once you get into it, it might turn out to be easier than I thought. Okay, so I'm going to get on with it and hopefully film it, let you see. Thanks for watching. Right, so just to remind you, it's this fuse board that I'm going to change. See the cables, see how they brought the cables? This fuse board, that's for the ground floor flat. And they just brought the cables across there, down there. If I was doing that, I would have ran it across the ceiling and down here, because you want to keep it out the way of this fuse board. I'm hoping that I can still somehow feed them across there, get them across there. May have to join some of them because they're not that long. Once I take this out and do stuff, I don't know, there might be some slack I can pull down, who knows. So I'm going to get on with that and hopefully give you some updates, yeah? Cool. Right, so this is the board I'm fitting. 44 mil by 26. Yep, 44 should fit in there. And, well, 26 comes down here. But we'll have to bring it up a bit higher. So it'll go in there, but let's see how easy. There you are, got the fuse board down. That took a bit of time because I had to mark every cable so I know what's what. These ones are beautiful. These ones here, beautiful. They can go straight into the back. This one, that's probably okay, but these ones here, I don't want to leave them like coming across here. I'd like to get them up and over, even if I have to cut that. Anyway, I'll get on with it, see what I can do and show you guys later on. Well, it took me a little bit of time, but I managed to get all the cables into position. I'll show you what I've done. I managed to push the cables up right along, apart from this one. You can see. And then I had some plasterboard on the van, so with no nails on it, I wedged it in there. So hopefully when that's dried, that'll be held up there like that. So now I've got them over there. Hopefully now they're going to the back of the box. I want to wait till that's set properly. If I try to maneuver these, it's not set yet, so it might pull down, so I'm going to leave that. So there's the fuse board. I've knocked out the knockouts, put the grommet strip around it. If I can get this board up and all the cables in properly, that'd be great. Then it's just easy sailing after that. I've got the fuse board up, but I'm going to have to take it down. I'm leaving it for today because the wall is really not good for fixing. So look at that. This one down there is good. That one's no good. That one's no good. The wall just falls away when you drill it. It's got like thick plaster on it, and then there's a breeze wall behind, so you need long screws, but the wall itself is not level. I'm going to have to put some sort of wood behind it to make it flat so the fuse board can sit flat on, because this part is down, this part, got to push that back, and when you push that back, this screw just pops out. That screw might come out, so just leave it like this for now. Come back with it tomorrow. Hi there, just going to show you progress on this fixing this fuse board. So as you can see, I've got this board fitted. It's nice and sturdy. I put no nails on the back as well because I had to use long screws, drill through. See, you see that there? Some sort of breeze block. But it's got a lot of soft plaster or whatever. So you have to drill through 2-inch screws or something like that. And they're nice and sturdy. So now I've got a nice flat surface to fit the fuse board to. So I'll show you that later. Well, I finally got the fuse board up. Took me a while, got everything connected. I'll show you what I've done. So there you go. That's it there. I put a proper lug on the earth connected to there to tighten this. This was moving, I tightened it up a bit. Came over here, put a earth block. I just put this to get everything sorted. I'm going to tidy this up tomorrow. And I may have to move that because I asked for a bell transformer for the bell that goes into the fuse board. And they gave me one, but it doesn't fit. It fits on a DIN rail, but it doesn't fit in this fuse board. So I'm going to have to sort that out and do some testing on that. Mark it up and everything. Yep, that's it there. Yeah, with all fitting that board and that, to get it all done properly took a bit of a while. You can't just fit a fuse board and it's shaking and rattling all over the place. I think only the cables were holding it up, and plus it was all damaged. Anyway, should be completed tomorrow. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you next time. Hi there. Yeah, I've just finished this fuse board. I've just put the transformer in for the bell. Just push that there. That's it. That's all working there. Alright, so that's the fuse board there. All done. Just got to put the cover on, do some test all the RCBOs. I wanted a transformer that sat in the fuse board. The one they gave me and said doesn't fit. Couldn't waste any more time, so I just got this one, put it in. It's all working. So I'm going to get all the testing now and finish off the job. Well, it's all done. Completed the fuse board, done all the testing, everything's sweet. So that's it there. Look, it's all done. My only problem is that on the floor heating control that I had to refix. It's not working. And the customer said it was working before, because I didn't even to check to see if it was working. It was just hanging off, not on the box properly. So I took it off, took a picture, so I copied what was there before in the reconnection, because I had to fit a new box and everything. Can't get it working, so anyway, go and see what I can do about it. Yep, there you go. That's the problem. It should be some numbers there when it's on. Right, that one there. All I done, took it off, tried to push it back. I pushed it on the best I could. It was trouble to get it on, but I did get it on eventually. But obviously something's not gone right. If I had the instructions, then I could look at it. I'm going to take it off, have a look, see if I can do anything. Right, I took it off and look. See these pins here? Some of them are sort of bent over. They're supposed to go in these slots here, yeah? So I'm going to straighten them and see if I can push them in. Yeah, I got a big grin on my face because I got it sorted. Look, numbers come up. There you go. There it is. Yeah, it's off. On. Yeah, hi there, Delroy here again. So that's all over and I'm well happy with that. Oh, it's a nice little job. Just took me a bit too long. Worked out okay. Move on to the next one. See you on the next one. Thanks for watching.